Hello everyone, today we are going to make a simple Gantt chart in Google Sheets. First open Google Sheets and start adding in preliminary info like the title, the start date, and task and phase types. You'll need a start date and an end date, and how many days it takes. Add the start date. I'll use March 1st, 2022, but you can use whenever you want. The end date will be the start date plus how many days the task will take, minus 1. Then set the next start day to equals the previous end date plus 1. Copy the formula down and add it to the next phase, and add 1 to the next date in phase 2. Next, what we will do is make the timeline. First, start with the day that you want to start at. Then, highlight and drag the formula across for 7 days. Go to Format, Number, and Custom Number Format, and enter D. Highlight the cells and format their sizes. Underneath the first date, type in equals text parentheses F4 comma quote DDD quote parentheses. Then type in left parentheses comma 1 and then close parentheses. Then drag the formula to the next dates. Next, what we will do is highlight the cells above them and merge, and then equals to F4. Go to Format Number, then set to Date. Then hit Ctrl Space to select the whole column, and hit Ctrl C, and then go to the next phase and Ctrl Alt V to paste only the formatting. I'll then select this area and copy the formula across to the right. Then again, I'll highlight the number of rows that I want to add, then right click and insert 7 columns and add the formulas across. To make the timeline dynamic with the project start date, first set the first day to equals the project start date. Hit F4. Then set the next day equal to the last day plus 1. Then drag the formula across. And as you can see, when we change the start date, the timeline changes. Next, what we will do is format the chart by first selecting and clicking on the center line. Then changing the cell sizes by selecting multiple and shrinking them down to size, or right-clicking on each column and giving them a specific size. I'll select all the dates and size them to 20 and remove grid lines. Then I'll add some design aspects to make the chart easier to read and to emphasize certain titles by making the text bold and changing the font. I'll also change the color of the days and also group each week with a border, then use the paint tool format to copy onto the other weeks. I'll then change the color of the phase row and then add borders to the task rows. I'll use the painter tool again to copy it onto the next phase. Now the important part comes where we create the bars for the chart. We'll go to Format, then Conditional Formatting, Custom Formula is, and then type equals and F4 is greater than B6, comma, F4 is less than B6, parentheses. Then we'll add a dollar sign in front of the 4s and in front of the B and D. Change the color and finish. And by changing the project start date, you can make the timeline dynamic. I hope this helps, and thanks for watching.